Oh,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Dead Funny Podcast. We got a special episode. It is the 100th episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. Holy shit. We've hit 100 episodes. It's crazy. Honestly, I would like to say that I didn't think we'd get here, but I mean, I'm a pretty cocky person. So it's like I told Kelsey whenever I got him on, I was like, I'm the kind of guy, like back when I was making my own music and stuff, I used to say, like, if there was just one person out there that's like, fuck yeah, man, love your music, I'd want to keep making my music. So it's like I told him, until the horse is dead, and even then I'll try to drag it across the fucking finish line. So I figured we'd get here, but I didn't really know. So, but no, seriously, everybody out there has been supporting us. Thank you so much. It means a lot. We're fucking super excited to continue to keep doing this for you. It's a lot of fun for us. So here we are on podcast 100. I wanted to do, the normal podcast 100 of let's go back and look at the top dead funny moments, but it doesn't really make sense to do that with the two newest people to the fucking team, because that is like 3 weeks worth of content. So
welcome to episode 12 of me, or maybe rounding up. I don't know.
So this is what we're going to do. For podcast 100, there's a specific joke that had me and Kelsey cracking up when we heard it. So this is what we're going to do. Dead Funny just launched the merch store. The first person to go back and figure out what podcast this joke is on gets a free Dead Funny premium, not classic, premium t-shirt. Free Dead Funny premium t-shirt. I'll talk to you privately. We'll get, all that settled, squared away, and I'll get a free premium t-shirt sent off to you. The joke is that Dylan, this is back when Dylan was still on the channel, Dylan was talking about being scared about going outside and getting jacked with if he had a brand new phone or something. Then we made a joke about him getting kidnapped, and he said he would definitely get kidnapped, or he wouldn't get kidnapped, and he wasn't scared about that because he was too ugly. At that point, Brandon got real close to his mic and in a deep voice said, "Dylan, diddlers don't care." And me and Kelsey thought that was the funniest shit. If you can go back and find what podcast that's on, Bree might have been on it. I'm not telling you the amount of people. I'm not telling you who was all on it. For a fact, those 4. We've had 5. We've even had 6 people on a podcast for. So it's up to you to go back and find it. I want the podcast number and the time it was said. So that way you can't just throw a random podcast out there thinking I went and looked, because I had. I want the podcast number and the time the joke was said. First person to comment that on this podcast will get the free t-shirt. Once again, that is a free premium Dead Funny t-shirt. So good luck. Moving on from that. Go ahead.
Can I ask 2 questions? Can I win, and was it episode 47?
No and no. Anyways, so
was it 38?
Nobody on the Dead Funny team can participate in this, so that way no one out there is like, oh, I'm not going to play. So, but anyways, another thing I wanted to address. It's getting cold in Wisconsin. And because it's getting cold in Wisconsin, instead of running the AC, I'm a big fan of having my windows open and letting that nice fresh air come through and circulate. I love the smell of fall. I got me this brand new fucking like Sherpa lined hoodie that is soft as fuck. So you might see me wearing this on a lot of content. Just throwing it out there. I take showers, but I'm just saying this thing is super fucking soft, and I'm gonna be wearing it on a lot of content. Yes, it is, dude. It's amazing. I love it. Anyways, obviously you'll see the shirt underneath it change, but still, just wanted to throw that out there because I know people point that shit out. So I don't take showers, man. Yeah, I don't take showers. We would do back on Dark Star. We would get comments about that all the time. We're like, oh wow, dude, this guy wore the shirt at the same time, like the three videos in a row. But they wouldn't know that obviously we'd fucking sit up and group up videos, and that became like some of the main comments. It was like, I wonder if these guys even take showers. That we got to the point where we would literally bring multiple shirts to like a 6-hour recording session, record a couple episodes, then switch shirts, and then record a couple more because there was that many comments. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't have said anything. But because of that, I'm just throwing it the fuck out there. So, anyways, we were talking about something before the camera started rolling, and we all seemed to pretty much have opinion and possibly some hype behind this. Smash Bros. Released their new character today. Holy shit. Yeah, I guessed it the moment Mario went through the fucking wall and was in the darkness. As soon as you saw the first couple eyes, I knew exactly what it was right off the bat. It's fucking Minecraft. So for those who don't know, and I just spoiled it for you, Minecraft, and it's not just Steve. You apparently can switch out the different skins, which obviously you should have seen that coming, where you can be a creeper, or not creeper, but a zombie, an enderman. Yeah. There were multiple different skins, but basically the new character coming is Minecraft. Was there a date on that DLC?
No, they're doing another video in like 3 days, and then I'll probably tell you then.
Okay. So we don't know when it's coming out, but that is the new character coming to Smash Bros. Out of the top rated list of characters that people wanted to come to Minecraft or come to Smash Bros, I think there was only one fucking list that actually had Steve on it. There was like the top rated 3 lists, like from Europe, America, and Japan. Let me pull it up right quick. Because one of our viewers was in
the one from a few years ago. When is this?
Remember? I don't know. It's just the recent one that's on NintendoEnthusiast.com. Okay, so no, two countries did have it. So Europe and America both had Steve, and Europe had Steve at number 2, and America had Steve at number 5. So
what was America's number 1? Did they say?
That's the craziest. I have the top 10 for all 3. That's the craziest. Europe and America had the same number 1, and Japan had Europe and America's number 1 at number 2. Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Sora?
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, dude. I didn't see Sora being that big, but yeah, that totally fucking makes sense. Personally, looking at the list, I kind of like Japan's a little bit the most, mainly because of fucking bias, but Japan had, which surprised the fuck out of me, had Sephiroth at number 9. I don't know necessarily if I'd really want Sephiroth. I think would be cool because I know Sephiroth, or not Sephiroth, but Zack is huge over in Japan. If they made like a Zack skin for Cloud in the game where you could be Zack, because I mean it's the same fighting style. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
So it would make sense. Although Zack's never done the limit breakers like Cloud has, so that I guess that would kind of be buggy. But other than that, it basically be the same fighting style. But yeah, no. So for Japan, they had there's a lot of anime, obviously, for Japan. There was Gundams on here. Fucking
okay.
Lloyd. I don't know what even fucking anime it's from. The biggest one that a lot of people.
Lloyd Irving.
Yeah,
that's
It's
from Tales of Symphonia.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that. Okay.
Video game.
Oh, it's a video game. Okay, even better. Yeah, no, I have not played that. Some of the ones that I did recognize on here, like for some reason, fucking Europe wanted Digimon. I don't think that would happen.
Right.
I mean, I get the whole Pokemon thing, but I don't think that would happen. Another one that looked like it was popular on here that I could see happening was Crash Bandicoot. I could see that happening. I mean, by the same time, that's already kind of like in there with like a Banjo-Tooie type deal. Or Rayman, for instance, that was another one on Europe's list that I thought was possible.
I would really like Rayman.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
I think Rayman would be good. The funniest thing that I thought was hilarious because it's on US's list and it's not on anybody else's, and it was such a fucking meme, was Waluigi was at number 8.
Oh,
it's never gonna make it in, dude. Waluigi's never gonna make it in. But yeah, no, I mean, I saw Master Chief was on there, which once again I always fuck with Brandon about that one because I'm like, fucking, he's never gonna go in there. The one that I was surprised to see did not make anyone's list, as much as there's so many fucking memes about this, is fucking Goku. There are so many people that constantly talk about Goku being in Smash Bros. And he wasn't on any fucking top 10. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But since there is some fucking people on here that I don't actually fucking know, I'm just going to go ahead and post this into the actual Dead Funny Discord so you guys can fucking see it for yourselves. But yeah,
I want to see who you don't know.
Yeah, these lists, it was fucking crazy. There were some people on here, like I said, I didn't really get, but yeah, I posted in the DFU pics. But yeah, Like I said, Sora. Like I said, for him to be that high on across the board, yeah, I'm surprised that he's not in. But I mean, there's a good chance he probably would make it in. And it was funny because I was talking about the fact of Sephiroth being in there, and I was like, honestly, if I had to pick another Final Fantasy character to go in there, like Final Fantasy VII specifically, someone that I think would fit like the tune of Smash Bros. Because in my opinion, Smash Bros. That kind of like jokey-ish, cartoony-ish type game. I think Kate Sith would probably be like the next best bet to put in the Smash Bros. Game for Final Fantasy VII. Personally, he's just got that jokey atmosphere, and like all his limit breakers are fucking like gambling and throwing dice and shit like that. Like it's all random shit, so it just matches that kind of like Duck Hunter type fucking character and stuff like that. Just without the flying.
The sixth character on the Japan list is from Puyo Pop or Puyo Puyo or whatever, which is like a puzzle game that
no idea.
Couldn't even be. How would that work?
No idea. Raiden, I know who Raiden
I'm glad
was.
you guys know who these people are. I only know who like 3 of them are.
Raiden's Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Doomslayer.
From
I knew. Yeah, I knew who it was. He didn't.
I would like to. 2B would be cool. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, these are some okay lists here.
The only thing that kind of got to me was like, this is an updated list, but yet Japan's number 5 is already in the game.
All right, I guess it can't be that recent. I mean, it's pretty recent for sure.
Yeah, that's when I'm like, okay.
So, I mean, considering how recent this list is, then too, I'm surprised the Heavy from Team Fortress 2 made it to Europe's list because, man, no one talks about Team Fortress 2 anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, a big one that I see a lot of people talking about is Dante. But that's the funny part is like America didn't even have Dante on the list. Which I'd be okay with Dante if it was like Dante from Devil May Cry 3. I think all their character models look like shit in 5. They look terrible. They look ugly as fuck.
But they do one of those, like he gets 2 models kind of things, right? You got young Dante and old Dante probably.
I mean, to make different costumes and shit, it would make sense. I mean, it was the same thing with Cloud. I mean, you got fucking Final Fantasy VII and then Advent Children. So they need to add the Kingdom Hearts skin in there because apparently it was on the Wii U one. I'd like to see the Kingdom Hearts skin for Cloud on the fucking Switch one. Like a demon wing and a bandage buster
on the Wii U one.
I saw. Well, then somebody modded it. Then I saw a picture of him like in Smash Bros. And it was modded for sure. Then okay, that would be a cool skin to add. If you add Sora from Kingdom Hearts, add that fucking skin.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, add that skin.
For whatever reason, they really half-assed Cloud's inclusion. They gave you 2 songs.
Yeah.
And
with
really
a game that has 88 fucking tracks and is created by like a fucking badass fucking music guy, like they're really missing out on that. Like really missing out on that.
Like they could have just, even if they just want battle music, like give me Final Fantasy IV battle music and stuff. Like bummer.
Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, the list was pretty interesting. But yeah, it was as soon as I saw that fucking darkness, I was like, God damn it, dude, it's Minecraft. It's fucking Minecraft. Yeah. Oh my god. And sure enough, fucking Steve came walking out. Although I did laugh a little bit whenever like they're just staring each other down, and then Steve eats the steak. That kind of made me chuckle a little bit. I was like, all right, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, no. I mean, they do good trailers. It's funny, but also.
And that ultimate smash looks good though. I'll give them that. Where it's like they knock them through the wall in the mine, and then they turn around and look, and it's just like TNT and creepers and spiders and skeletons walking up on them. That's pretty cool. I'll give him that. That's pretty cool. And I like the victory screen too, where he like builds the house real quick and then walks out of it. That was pretty cool. But other than that, I'll be interested to see how the moves work.
Right.
Because a lot of his shit looks really timed.
His building is gonna be very complicated, I assume. I don't even know how that's gonna.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of building, which I thought that was interesting because it shows that one where like someone's running up and then he just puts a whole bunch of blocks underneath him to jump up right quick, so that way they can't fucking hit him. I thought that was interesting. They built over a character and it looks like the blocks have like a time limit on them because they automatically start breaking by themselves, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's not like the characters couldn't hit it to break out, but there's that. But the one that I found interesting is like whenever they're laying down the redstone next to the fucking TNT, and then they lay down the switch. So like that's like one of those timed ones where like you hit somebody up and they come fucking flying down, and you fucking lay that down right quick and then fucking blow them up as they get close to it. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's always fun.
It's going to be interesting. So I can't talk too much about it. Would it have been my first choice? No, definitely not. I think there are a lot more talented people on the list that I would have put in there over Steve. Yeah, that's just, I mean, there's so many different, like, anime characters or fucking video game characters that I would have put in there over Steve, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm one of those people where it's like, I got mad at first because I was like, that seems like kind of a waste, but at the same time, it's like, who else are they going to put in this game that's going to make me not play Cloud? You know what I mean? Like, I can't say anything. Yeah, I can't say anything. That's my guy. Like, my guy made it, so it really doesn't matter who else they really put in the fucking game because my guy made it. Like, yeah, sure, we have games where, like, we fuck around and we'll pick trolling characters and just see what fucking happens. Everybody does that after they play their main for, like, 5 games straight. And they're like, all right, I'm going to fuck around with somebody else now. But, like, there's no one else in the game that they're going to play it and I'm like, ha-ha, bye, Cloud. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, Link was my guy forever, and then they put Cloud in there, and Link got hot dropped quick. So it's not going to happen again. Cloud's number 1. There's nothing to that. So,
but what if they put in Tifa?
She still wouldn't beat out Cloud, but I would play her. Yeah, I would definitely alternate, but she wouldn't beat out Cloud. Cloud's my favorite video game character for sure, but Tifa is definitely like Bae. Like, that was my first video game crush.
I'll whip your ass no matter who you're playing. So
get the fuck out of here, dude. I got video evidence of you fucking even killing yourself with one of my worst characters, Jigglypuff. So get out of here, dude. You can't beat me with Jigglypuff. Get out of here.
I killed myself because it was just so easy. I didn't want to fight anymore.
Okay. Anyways, but that is something that we also wanted to bring up and talk about. So when James feels that he got jebaited because
100%, I 100% got jebaited.
He didn't get jebaited. So we were all playing Smash Bros. And James was feeling a little left out because he didn't have a Switch and he wasn't able to play Smash Bros. With us. And we ended up talking to one of our buddies who was selling his Switch and got him to sell James his Switch. Ever since James got his Switch, we played Smash Bros. Like a couple times after that, and we haven't touched it again since then. So he feels like he got jebaited.
They were playing every weekend for hours on hours.
No.
We were.
And then we
totally were.
Stopped.
We were.
So,
but Tony seems to think that you and him played for a while afterwards. I know I wasn't part of that, but I don't think you got
played
jebaited.
for a couple days after you stopped playing with us.
I don't think you got jebaited. But what I will say is that whatever you say, we got you a sweet deal on that Switch due to the
comment down below, fuck Chris, if I got jebaited.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, but you got a sweet deal on that Switch, especially with how fucking expensive they are now with fucking COVID and shit. And
I mean, yeah, COVID came out.
Hand on them.
People were selling them for $700. Like,
yeah, and I got you a fucking deal. All right, not to mention you got 3 games, controllers, all kinds of shit with that fucking game. So, but we are going to be starting back up, and basically what our overall idea is for this, and anybody that wants to play is more than welcome to. We want to start a tournament community, is what we want to do. And by we, I mean me, Tony, Mike, and James. Well, me, Tony, and Mike have talked about this. James was a little late to it because by the time he got a Switch, as he says, we just apparently just fell off the face of the map. But we want to start up a community where we can actually have like a monthly tournament, and it will alternate with like one-on-ones to free-for-alls and stuff like that. We'll keep it fun, keep it active. But basically, we want to start up a tournament, and this is going to be more on a streamer level than it is Dead Funny. Not that people from Dead Funny, if they wanted to come play, they couldn't play. But it's more on a streamer level because we're going to also open it up to our own communities, and some of the tournaments will have actual prizes. We've talked about doing gift card prizes. We've talked about doing giveaways for, actual like subscribers and stuff to channels. So there are opportunities out there. So if this is something you would like to participate in, do comment on the podcast, and I will make sure to get my Discord link out to you. So that way, when we do get around to doing that, you'll be in the know. But we'll probably be jumping on Smash Bros here soon, just to start gearing up and kind of getting unrusty, if you will, making sure that we're not just getting smashed as soon as we get in. But I mean, it's something that me and Tony have actually we've always been big fans of Smash Bros tournaments. I mean, Tony signs up for almost every online one that he can. We actually had a couple tournaments scheduled for us to actually go participate in and possibly win cash prizes ourselves, but got canceled due to COVID, so that was unfortunate, but it happened. So yeah, it's something we've always wanted to do, and if we can get a community where we're doing, tournaments, like I said, once a month, it might not be cash prizes or giveaways every fucking month, but still, be able to come in and keep playing and get better and show off your status and stuff. If we could get a community built around that, that'd be awesome. So we'll see. But yeah, that's definitely something that we're going to start pushing for. So you might hear me talk about it a couple times on Dead Fun, and you'll for sure hear us talking about it on, our Twitch streams. Obviously, you got mine and James down there. You can easily find Tony's through there. If not, go to the Dead Funny or the Dark Star channel, and you can definitely pick up his Twitch stream there and talk to him about it there too. But yeah, it's just something that we've kind of wanted to do. We randomly had a community night, and I think we had like 10 something people show up, and it was a lot of fun. So we got to do alternating and stuff, and if we can just keep growing it. I mean, Tony is really big into like tournament layouts and shit. Like, he loves that shit, so he could make some pretty fucking interesting tournaments for us. So it would be a lot of fucking fun. So yeah, definitely, like I said, comment in the podcast section or the comment section of the podcast, and let me know if you want to be in there or any fucking episode that comes out. Honestly, if you're watching something and then all of a sudden you just remember, like, oh hey, I wanted to comment about that, just fucking throw it down there. And like I said, I'll get you the Discord link somehow, and we can kind of go from there. But yeah, that's the big thing that pretty much happened for me recently. Not a lot of shit's really kind of hasn't been really anything that's been kind of like popping. We actually had a pretty interesting conversation last night, and actually I'd be willing to hear what your thoughts are on this, JoJo. So we were talking about the new systems coming out, and it was me, James, Tony, and Joey, and obviously we know what prices are now. We kind of know all that shit, but prices aside, one thing I didn't know is Microsoft is actually doing a trade-in program, which is interesting to me that an actual manufacturer is doing it. I'm used to like GameStop or somebody like that doing it, but Microsoft is doing a trade-in program where you can trade in your Xbox One, get $100 off, and they're doing a payment plan, which I also didn't know. That's pretty fucking interesting. It's like for the big overall one is like $34.99 a month for 2 years. And that also includes your live and the ultimate pass, which is the pass that lets you play shit on the PC as well, for $34.99 a month. That's fucking crazy. That's like a super fucking good deal. Like, and then it's like if you wanted to do the lower one, it's like $24.99 for the smaller Xbox One that's coming out, which is scaled back a little bit on specs, obviously. But what are you gonna say, James?
Have they actually came out with the rumors and said whether or not they're giving away Xbox Live for free?
So Xbox Live is free.
I think
Yeah, that's already a thing. So Xbox Live is free within the pass. So you pay, the pass has not changed in price. So as long as you are paying for the pass, you get Xbox Live for free with the pass. That's what it is. So basically, instead of people paying for Live and not getting any benefits from it anymore, they're just going to be like, instead of that, pay for the pass, and you get all these game benefits. If you pay for the Ultimate Pass, you get multiple game benefits, and you get Xbox Live for free. So instead of you paying $14 a month for a fucking pass, and then another $8 a month for a subscription, you're just going to pay $14 a month for the pass. So that's what it is. Which, in my opinion, is smart on them, because once it shows that you're getting value versus losing anything, because the pass price literally did not change. You're literally just basically not paying an extra $8 a month anymore, or people like me who are paying $60 a year, you're not paying that anymore. You're just paying $14.99 a month to have over 100 something games on your Xbox that you can play at any time and stream it, or if you have the Xbox app on your computer, play any of those games on there right on your computer. So it's pretty fucking awesome, like, little value in my opinion, especially whenever AAA titles like Halo are Microsoft made games. You don't have to buy the brand new Halo. It's going to be on the pass day one. That's a AAA title that's going to be on the pass day one. And you can completely play all of it. The whole campaign, the fucking multiplayer, all of it's going to be available day one on the pass for free. So
yeah, that never made sense to me. $15 a month and 2 people get to play it. If you share your
you can actually share your console with someone else. I don't know if that's something you knew about or not, JoJo, but it's called console sharing. And basically, like, let's say, for instance, I was a console share with someone and you had an Xbox and you're like, oh yeah, it's console share. you would download my gamer tag on your Xbox. I would download your gamer tag on my Xbox, and then I would go on your gamer tag and mark my Xbox as your home Xbox, and you would do the same with mine on yours. And then any game I bought and downloaded on my Xbox would automatically download it on your Xbox as well. And you could choose to uninstall it if you wanted to, and it wouldn't fuck with mine. But basically, any game I bought, you got it for free, and it's the same thing with the Game Pass. If I own the Game Pass, you own the Game Pass. Yeah, which is fucking awesome. And Xbox knows that's a thing. It's not a glitch. They're completely fine with people doing that because you can only do it with one person. And you can only do it, like, I think it's like 3 times.
3 times a year, yeah.
Yeah, you can only switch it up 3 times a year. So, like, for instance, like, I do it with my best friend, so I highly doubt that they're fucking gonna go away. But, yeah, you can do it, like, up to fucking 3 times a year with someone different if, like, something happened and you have a falling out or someone else that's more beneficial. Because that was a big thing back in the day. Everybody's like, oh, it's got to be beneficial to me, too, you know, and shit like that. So, I'd hear about people fucking fucking doing it just because, like, well, I bought like 8 games. This guy bought like 1 game, so fuck that and shit like that. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Well, they had something similar to that on the 360. It was called license transferring.
Yeah,
you could only do it once a year.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, license transferring. Yep. Never used it, but the fucking share thing, once we found out about that, everybody in my friend group was immediately fucking doing that. Now, I was actually the person that was left out. I was the person that was left out, and for good reason. Back then, I didn't buy a lot of games. Then I started buying a lot more games, and then my fucking best friend was like, "Oh, we should fucking do it." And I was like, "All right, that's fine."
It's like, oh, you're not. Oh, you're buying all these games now. All right, now I'll game share with you.
Well, to be fair, Mike bought a shit ton of games too. So, and back then, with the situation that I was in. I'm not gonna get deep onto here, but with the situation I was in, he was able to buy a lot more of the AAA titles.
No, it's definitely smarter.
Like indie games and shit like that. So basically, what we just started doing was, whenever the new year would come out, and we would watch, you know, where I think it was like February when they do like the big like this is what's to come this year. We would write down the games that excited us the most, and then we would go over the list together. If we didn't watch it together, we go over the list together, and then we would, this one's mine, this one's yours, this one's mine, this one's yours, and then anything outside of that list you bought, the other person got for free. It wasn't part of the deal, so we would make deals as soon as the year started. So it's like, all right, cool, 10 AAA titles released this year. I'm buying these 5, you're buying these 5. Sweet, awesome. Anything outside of that is just free. It's not anything towards the deal. So I can't be like, oh, this fucking indie game came out for $5. I want to buy that, and that's one of my games. And now Mike has to buy 2 AAA titles versus or an extra AAA title versus the original 5 he was buying, because that would just be like a dick move.
I mean, seems pretty fair to me.
What I will say really fucked me on one game that I really wanted to play really, really bad was World of Final Fantasy. And it was like always $40 online for the digital copy. But there was so many GameStops I walked in where I'd find it for like $10. But Mike is also a Final Fantasy fan, so it was like it was that guilty conscience of like, I don't want to buy a disc because that's basically me telling Mike to go fuck himself.
You just buy 2 $10 discs.
That's true, but then you pay the money to fucking send it. You're already getting up there, man. You're getting close. You're getting close.
Unless you just buy it at his GameStop and have him pick it up.
That's true. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. There are ways around it. I just said fuck it, and I ended up buying it on my computer way later on down the road.
What you're saying is, if you had to share it with Mike, you weren't going to get it.
That's not true. I shared a lot of games with Mike. That's not true. That's not true. There are even games that went outside of our list where like Mike was like, fuck dude, I really want to play the Resident Evil, and I was like, well fuck, you bought the last game. I'm probably going to play the fucking Resident Evil at some point. It wasn't on our list, fucking I would just pick it up. So we were pretty even. We were pretty even. When it first started out, he definitely was champing it, but near the end we definitely were even, if not, caught up. So but yeah, very interesting situation with the Xbox. So where our conversation came into, which I personally thought that this is the way it's going to be, is like, so for instance, Nintendo. I literally don't buy a Nintendo console except for Smash Bros. And Zelda. That's it. That's literally all I buy Nintendo for. So other than that, I don't really play anything outside of Nintendo. PlayStation's kind of become that for me. Like right now, all I care about for PlayStation is Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 and Final Fantasy 16. Other than that, I don't really care for anything on the play. Like the new Spider-Man, I'll definitely play it. I like the Spider-Man game. The Spider-Man game's great, so I'll play it. But in my opinion, I love the Xbox so much.
So that's on PS4.
Yeah, but they're
coming out for PS4.
Oh, the new one is the part 2 of that.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't know that. Oh wow. Okay.
Skated it for a couple months. They like didn't come out and say it, but then
they finally did.
Finally, we're like, yeah, it's happening too. Yeah,
makes sense. But so I'm a huge Xbox fan. Ever since PlayStation 3 came out, and they were kind of like anybody who had a PlayStation 2 lobby. Like if you didn't get the early copies, you don't have backwards compatible, so go fuck yourself. Like that to me, I was just like, yeah, I
got
was like,
that.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's like fucking people like me where you got like a decade of a game library and it's like none of it's backwards compatible. Maybe not want to get a PS3, and I didn't. The PS3 that I got was for free from my buddy Joey because he had bought a brand new one, and this one had an issue with actually like getting disc in it, so you had to buy everything digital. And he gave it to me, and I turned it on and played it once. Like, I literally played it once. So I literally played the PS3 one time, the entire time it was out. Which, in my opinion, was weird to me, but at the same time, I'm such an Xbox fan, it didn't matter. But I'm such an Xbox fan, I really want the new Xbox, but it's like, if everything that's coming to the new Xbox, that's like Xbox exclusive, goes to the Game Pass, and I have a $4,500 computer, I don't really see the need in me buying the fucking Xbox. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, probably isn't any need for you to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I spent all this money on this. Yeah. It would make more sense for me to like upgrade my graphics card.
Yeah, spend the $500 and put it towards something.
Yeah, upgrade my graphics card, upgrade my RAM or something like that versus actually.
Unless you want to get it just to say you have it. I mean.
Right. And it's like one of those things, like I said, I definitely want it. I think it looks great. But at the same time, I can't see myself buying because usually it's every year that I got the Xbox pre-ordered. Every fucking year. I didn't even pre-order a system. I didn't even try to pre-order a system this year. Not any of them. Because it's like, if I'm not going to play the fucking PS5 until fucking Final Fantasies come out, I can wait because there's not a goddamn release date on any one of those. My guess, fucking 2022 we'll get Final Fantasy 16 and 2023 we'll get Remake Part 2. That's my guess. So I got time. I've got time. Even if one came out at the end of 2021, it's no big deal. I could fucking get it. It's not a big deal. Even if it's not going to happen.
It'll be around.
Yeah. It's not going to happen, but it's not... It literally was like fucking Final Fantasy 16 is coming out this December. Like, obviously, I'd fucking turn around and buy a PS5 if I could fucking find one. But it's nothing to do with a money issue. But it's like that's what it's become for me. Is that it's like it's just those select titles. I don't have anything that like draws me to the PlayStation like I do the Xbox. But now the Xbox, all that shit's on my computer. So what my argument is that I think Xbox has kind of fucked themselves in that regard. Because I gotta think there's a lot of people out there like me who were hardcore Xbox fans, but now have no need to buy the Xbox due to the fact that it's already on their computer, which frees up that money for them to invest in something like a Nintendo console or a PlayStation console. Because I'm very blessed in a situation that I have where I could probably buy any of the systems that I wanted. I used to not be that way. I used to have to choose. It was like, I'm getting an Xbox. That's what I'm getting. I didn't get a Wii U at all. I got a Wii due to the fact that I found someone who was selling it and like 40 other games for $40 when it was still relatively new, which I felt bad, but I asked the person, I specifically said, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, no, I'm completely fine with it. I just don't play it. Okay, $40. And it was literally, wasn't 40 games, but it was like 28 games. The fucking Wii, like 4 controllers, just so many different of the accessories. Like it was easily, the deal was probably like worth $500 easily, and they sold it to me for $40. So, and it wasn't like the person where you're like, they probably stole it. No, it wasn't that kind of situation. So at all. So yeah, I've been in that kind of situation where I had to pick and choose, and now that I'm looking at it, it's like I don't have to pick and choose, but I can't find a reason for me to want to fucking buy the Xbox at this point. Because of the PS, or not the PC, but the PC. So I gotta think that's gotta be driving sales away from Xbox. You don't?
Oh, it's just that I don't think Microsoft cares because they sort of win. Either if you play their game on an Xbox or a PC, you're still playing their game. But like if you're in, they just want you subscribed at this point, I think, and so they're giving you the Xbox as an entryway to that. But like if you do that on the PC, they're cool because they don't really make money on the box.
You don't think so?
No. Oh, traditionally, a lot of systems are sold at a loss, right? Like because they make the money up on the back end on the games themselves, but like these machines cost a lot of money to make, and so like PS5 they're probably losing a little money on. I mean, they've stopped. Like Nintendo never did that. They sell it for like cost. Still, like it's not where they make the money.
Wow. Yeah,
they make money.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that, I guess, but I just, like I said, you already dropped the cost of the subscription already because now you're just buying the Game Pass now. So that's already an $8 a month drop from everybody that played online. You couldn't play online without it. You had to have it. And your subscriptions didn't work without it either. Like Netflix and shit, you had to actually have live to use those subscriptions as well. So anybody that was just using their Xbox for entertainment. So whenever you look at that loss, and then you look at the fact that like I don't have to purchase a new Xbox, I gotta think they gotta be hurting somewhere. They have to.
Also, I mean, part of this is it's kind of a trap. I'm not a trap, but like Netflix was cheap, and then they became a behemoth, and they rose their prices steadily over time.
Yeah,
like they're making the thing a huge, great deal right now, so that when next year they raise the price by $2, you're like, well, this is great, and I like it, so I'm gonna pay them, a little more. Like, I think they just want a subscription. They want to be in like a Netflix-esque situation for games on some level.
Yeah.
They have xCloud at some point too.
Yeah, where you can play anywhere or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like I mean, I guess if it's really sold that much at a loss, sure, but I just feel like somewhere they got to be losing something. They've got to. Something. That's
the thing is, like, they are doing stuff at least to dissuade you from getting a PlayStation, right? Because like they just bought Bethesda, so they're at least gonna make sure that.
Oh my God! Yes. Imagine if Xbox was to be like, okay, we got to take fucking Skyrim away from the PlayStation, dude. Sony would shit themselves.
I mean, realistically, Skyrim will be there still. Not taking things. They have 2 games coming out exclusively on PlayStation still, like next year, because the deals were already made. But like Elder Scrolls 6 theoretically could
just be
Xbox exclusive, or at minimum it'll be there like Game Pass day one. So you say, hey, dummy, don't buy a PlayStation and pay $60. Play Elder Scrolls.
You pay $14 a month, and you can come play the brand new Elder Scrolls on Xbox or on your PC. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, like I have no idea how the back end financial stuff and that works out, that they can get all these games and make it make sense rather than selling it for $60. I mean, but I'm sure there are people with calculators that figured it out.
Well, I'm sure the way they think of it, if you have the Game Pass for longer than say 4 months, that's already paid for that $60 game.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of the games you're gonna play, like, because I have Game Pass, I've played stuff that I wouldn't have bought. Realistically, it's not like people who made For the King lost out on my sale, because that wasn't even on my radar. It was on Game Pass, so I checked it out because you guys talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not necessarily correlating directly to lost sales. Oh, it's a strategy they have. I'm not sure how it works out, but they seem to have thought about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's got to be some thought process. It's not like Microsoft's dumb. I mean, they've been a fucking juggernaut in the gaming industry for fucking ever. Like, as a consumer, it's hard for me to see where the win is at. That's all I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
Whenever I see loss,
that makes sense. Like,
because you're going from someone who literally bought the Xbox day one every fucking 4 years, and now I'm literally contemplating not buying the new Xbox at all. And it's not because I think the product's bad. I don't see a reason for me to get it because everything I want that's going to be on it is also going to be playable on my computer, which will always and forever. I know there's people who talk shit about people who are PC Master Race, and trust me, I used to be one of them. It's not going to hold a candle graphics-wise. It's just not. It's never going to. A computer will always be better. That's just how that works. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love the fact that I got my hard copy of Final Fantasy VII Remake and all my shit that came with it. Did I want to buy a PS4? No. If they would have released it on the computer as well, 100% would have bought one for a computer copy. And my computer doesn't even have a fucking disk drive. I literally would have still bought it digitally. Just so I got my Soldier First Class Edition, I still would have just bought it digitally as well. 100%. And I still did that with the PlayStation. I still did that. My Soldier First Class didn't get here on time. It got here later on the day whenever I had already fucking played the game. So I bought the game, Soldier First Class. I bought the original edition to give away to somebody. And I bought a digital version for myself to be able to play it day one. Minute one. Second one. Like, I was waiting on that fucking thing. I took time off for that.
Back in 1998, I rented Ocarina of Time, Blockbuster. I was going to get the game for Christmas or something. I knew it, but like I wasn't getting it that day. So I went and rented it first because I needed to play it immediately, obviously.
Right.
And I returned my new copy of the game to Blockbuster because a save file was on Blockbuster's copy.
So, makes sense.
I get it. I understand the need to have it immediately.
There used to be so many people who would try to do the whole cheating shit with Blockbuster and stuff like that. Like, I feel so bad. Like, they had a good business model. Their business model, it's not like it didn't make sense. They had a good business model. But they just had no way, like, to do the whole anti-theft shit until it was too late. And then they would have been scammed so much worldwide where people would... I knew people who would fucking buy a game and then... always have their Xbox sitting up as some stupid fucking stand-up situation, and then they would get knocked down. They would give it that fucking ring around the fucking disc where it wouldn't play anymore. So then they'd go to Blockbuster, rent the game, put theirs in, take it back a couple days later, and they wouldn't check. And sure enough, fucking people would get away with it all the fucking time. All the fucking time. So, yeah, it's nutty, dude.
Yeah, also... who needs you can't, no one's got discs anymore anyway, right? So,
right.
Blockbuster kind of doomed.
I want to, obviously no one will answer, no one will answer this if it ever happened to them, but if you know, let me know in the comments below, or obviously JoJo or James if you know. Could Blockbuster actually report your stuff to the credit bureau? I know some companies can't. I don't know if they could or not.
I don't know, because it's not like you would go in there and put in your credit situation, like your credit stuff, to rent a game.
Yeah, because you could buy with cash.
Yeah,
you could rent with cash.
I don't know.
That's where they first fucked up. Credit cards only, motherfuckers. That's where they fucked up.
Yeah, they should have done credit and debit. I mean, yeah, but if they would have done that, they would have lost out on so many people going in there, because
they would have lost out on so many thieves going in there. That's for sure. Ain't nobody trying to fuck over Blockbuster with a fucking credit card.
Oh, I'm sure there's people that done that.
Oh.
Man.
But yeah, I guess they wouldn't really have your information to do that.
Yeah, if you're fucking...
Oh, no. Probably not.
Yeah, if you're literally just going in there with cash. I mean, what they're going to say, fucking, oh, to sign up, you got to give me your phone number? All right, yeah, cool. Fucking just give them the area code, fucking Wisconsin 608-555-5555. Like, I mean, you know... Like, anybody can make up a fucking number on the spot. That's fucking easy.
Yeah, you would think that they would have put, like, a barcode or something on the game to know it would have been theirs.
Well, they had stuff. I mean, they just don't care, I guess. Like, my Ocarina of Time copy now has, like, stickers on it that say, property Blockbuster, don't take off this sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, they just didn't care. Like, they didn't have employees that cared. The employees didn't give a shit. So that was the issue. Like I said, they had a good business model.
Now long gone, right? Like you dropped it in a slot and walked away.
Yeah,
they don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's true. That's another fuck up they had. Yeah, was the slot. Yeah, I would have never put that bitch in. Not once. No. You gotta come in, turn it in. I gotta examine this shit. I would have had a fucking system, each system up front at the counter, hooked up to 3 different TVs. I gotta make sure the game works. All of this shit. Have a security guard on standby. Someone tries to run, you getting hogtied, baby. Done. Game.
I think they did math that people weren't going to steal at a rate that justified hiring a dedicated security guard.
Fuck that nonsense. Well, they're out of business, so they fucked up somewhere. Fucked up by
a physical media company.
That's true.
Everything nowadays is all digital.
Yeah, it's just these brick and mortar stores are fucking falling out left and right. It's crazy for me to walk into a GameStop these days and just see all the shit they're trying to do to stay relevant. I mean, they literally sell fucking comics now. They're like a mini comic book store. I'm like, when did this happen? Like, it's crazy.
I hate going to GameStop in general, so any chance I can get to order online, I do.
Yeah, like everything I just upgraded on my fucking PC, all that came either directly from the manufacturer or Amazon, 100%. I do use Best Buy a lot. I will say that. I use Best Buy a fuck ton. I definitely use Best Buy a lot. So, I mean, this year alone, I bought 4 brand new laptops from Best Buy. So, yeah, I use Best Buy a lot.
JoJo, if you're wondering, he goes on a lot of X-rated websites that give him viruses, so he has to get a new laptop every once in a while.
Just switch it out. I get it. As soon as there's too many fucking viruses, I'll switch it out. No, whenever when we first had to get quarantined and had to work from home, my girlfriend had a like fucking 20-year-old Apple laptop that she got back forever ago that she was still using, and I was like, it's time to let that thing do what it was designed to do, collect dust. So let's let that happen. So I bought her a brand new laptop, and then I wanted me to get a brand new laptop so that way whenever I am away and stuff like that, if I'm needed dead funny wise or fucking stream wise something like that, I can take care of shit. And once again, I think it's, in my opinion, if you're going to get into any kind of digital media, I think it's smart to have a laptop, like just in case you need it. I would never set up my entire business on a laptop, no, because desktops are way better, way more reliable. And then my mom and my brother and stuff like that, I got them each one for fucking basically birthday and Christmas, so that way they could understand what computer gaming was. So, which
I had to get them on a laptop earlier this year too.
Yeah, so you get me, yeah. So yeah, that was their birthday / Christmas present for this year. So, yeah. And I found some pretty good deals out there too. Except for mine. I paid for mine right up front. Now it's fucking expensive as shit. So, and my girlfriend's was right up front. The other two were definitely more on sale. But yeah, no. Yeah. Other than that, like, what else did I get from fucking that? And unless I could like pick up the item right away, I want to say like my microphone. I know my Elgato I went and got from Best Buy, but I want to say my microphone I got from Best Buy as well. Yeah, I definitely did. And my Beats speaker. Yeah.
Speaking of microphone, how's the one working for you, Chris?
Fuck you, dude. I'm so mad at that. Oh my god. So the microphone that I have, I love. Don't get me wrong. Like HyperX, please sponsor me. I literally have all your shit. My keyboard HyperX, my mouse HyperX, my mic HyperX, my headphone HyperX, all of it. All of it's HyperX. They make it. I got it. I love HyperX. Their fucking products are amazing. My microphone that I have is the first microphone they ever made, called the Quadcast. It's fucking phenomenal. I love it. The one thing I don't love about it is, JoJo, we haven't played that many games together. I am a cosmetic bitch, 100%. Cosmetic bitch. If I can fucking get it, if I can customize something, I'm doing it. Like, any game we play, if you could spend money to customize your shit, I'm that guy. Like, the moment we got into fucking Among Us, I immediately bought the little fucking guy that you can have run around with you. Like, I'm just that guy. I love cosmetics. So, my computer, I have RGB lights all throughout that motherfucker. And I have it glowing dark blue. Why, I don't know. But it's close to the Mako color that I could get from Final Fantasy is where I got it. So, my keyboard does it, my mouse does it, my fucking switch stand does it, my headphone stand does it, all my shit does it. And then I have this bright fucking red microphone. And it's not because the microphone is red. The microphone is black. The light is bright fucking red. They just released a new one where you can customize the fucking colors. And it's the same fucking mic. That's the only difference. You can customize the fucking color of the light.
Literally the only difference is that light.
Son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I'm so upset right now. So I got to find somebody who wants a new mic so I can sell them mine.
Chris mic.
Yeah, comment down below. $80 to sell is what I'm looking at here. Hey, to be fair, I bought this mic in April, and it's now October. It's not an old mic by any means. That's pretty fucking new still. I still have the original box it came in. So you'll get the original box and everything. But I'm looking into selling my mic now because I want the one where I can customize the motherfucking colors.
Yeah, it was great because I plan on upgrading a lot of my shit, and I was looking, and I was like, Quadcast S. I was like, what's the difference? It's like it doesn't exist. Like, yeah, it does. Sure enough, it's a better version of Chris's.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes with everything, though. Like, you buy the new iPhone that comes out, and a new one's already releasing.
That's true. See, what sucks, though, with me is, like, I normally keep my phones nice. Like, real nice. I've never, like, fucked up my phone except for once on my own. And I got the brand new iPhone 11 when it came out. Super happy about it, and I've never done the leasing. I need to switch to that. Everybody tells me that that's just the way to go. It's just to fucking lease the phones if you're going to switch them out constantly to get the new ones, just to go fucking leasing versus buying them. But I buy my phones, and I fucking got my fucking phone. Brand new.
I remember this.
Brand fucking new I got this goddamn phone. I put it on my counter. I had it for maybe a week. Maybe. And for those of you who don't know, the iPhone 11 is glass on both motherfucking sides. The back is fine. It's okay. But my cat jumped up on the fucking counter where she's not supposed to be and batted my phone right the fuck off. I had no case on it yet. And it hit my metal fucking chair and it went down. Like, it literally sounded like whenever someone throws something down a fucking storm drain, it was like ding, 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 ding. So I got this fucking huge crack all the way across it. And then I have the insurance for the phone, so I could pay to get the screen fixed. But then COVID happened. So they weren't offering that because that takes face-to-face consultation. So here I have been with this fucking phone since goddamn December with this crack on it. And it's just not good for the phone. Like, I feel like my battery is nowhere near as good as it used to be. All kinds of shit, dude. It sucks, man. It sucks. Like, I'm getting closer and closer to paying this fucking thing off. They are now.
They must have some kind of...
Yeah, they are now. Yeah. Now it's like, what's the fucking point at this point besides the fact of not looking at the crack? I guess maybe so the phone doesn't get worse, but it's definitely got some wear and tear on it now at this fucking point with how long that crack's been open. Because there's the bottom left of the fucking screen, there's literally like a chunk of fucking glass just straight missing.
Oh yeah, I had that experience as well for a while.
It was like, fucking A. I was like...
Moral of the story, put a case on your phone.
Right away, apparently. Because I've always been one of those where I don't use cases because I don't ever drop my fucking phone. And that's the funny thing. Whenever you have something to lose, you are really good about not losing it. But whenever I fuck this phone up because of my fucking cat, I have dropped this phone so many fucking times. It's ridiculous. It is flat out ridiculous how many times I've dropped this fucking phone. I cannot explain to you how many times I've dropped this phone because I don't care. I don't care. The phone's already fucked. I don't give a shit. Like, I'll literally be outside walking around and boom, the phone just drops right out of my hand. I mean, now I have like a military grade like case. Nothing can happen to the fucking phone now. But, you know, thanks now. But fuck. I was so mad, dude. I was like, I love you, cat, but I really thought about giving you back to the shelter today. I'm just letting you know that now. I really fucking thought about it. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I love my fucking cat. But still, I was really upset. I was like, you know you're not supposed to be on the counter. She literally just jumped up, immediately ran over to my phone, sniffed it once, and then batted that motherfucker right off. And it was one of those things where it was like I was in the room, but I was too far away to do something about it. Like, she jumped up, and I immediately was like, hey! Like that. And then I saw her run at the phone, and I started running towards it, and I couldn't get there fast enough. I couldn't get there fast enough.
Go for it.
That little bitch. I just wasn't able to get there quick enough. God damn it. But it is what it is.
And it happened with the PSP. My cat just walked across it one time and his claw just scratched the screen straight through, and I saw that. I just like ran to get him away from it, and that just led him to go over it.
Oh, that's the worst, dude. That's the fucking worst. Oh, that's disgusting. I feel for you.
It's hard to play Kingdom Hearts.
I feel for you. Dude, I actually look back. I really want to get one of those fucking Crisis Core special PSPs that came out, but they're still goddamn expensive. They're like $1,000, dude, for a fucking PSP. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Something else I always wanted to get too is a fucking cell phone that Japan released that had Before Crisis on it. That literally was a cell phone that Cloud and all them used in the fucking movie. They only made like 1,000 of them. Those things are like fucking $5,000, dude. I was like, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't use it. It would just fucking sit on my fucking shelf with all my collectibles. But because I already played Before Crisis, they had that one guy who literally bought the game or bought the cell phone when it came out, and then he spent like years recreating the game on the computer, and then fucking just gave it out to people for free. Yeah. Like almost like an emulator type deal, but you don't need an emulator to play it. He just released the fucking data files, and you can just upload it right up. Boom, done. So.
And he didn't get in trouble for it?
No. Fucking Square Enix doesn't give a shit, dude. Before Crisis, it was a goddamn cell phone game. They didn't make money off of that. It was like, cool, once all 1,000 cell phones are fucking sold, they're not going to make any fucking money off that anymore. They don't give a shit. Like, no, they don't fucking care. Game looks terrible if it makes you feel any better. It's fucking cell phone bit style game fucking recreated on a fucking computer. The game looks terrible. It sucks. But hey, I had to play it. It's part of the fucking compilation. I had to play it. It was like the only thing I hadn't done yet. So I was like, oh shit. So.
Was it any good?
Yeah, I mean, it told some story.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I can send you the data file. I still have it. It fucking took like fucking 5 minutes to download it.
Realistically, I'm not gonna play that.
I mean, it basically. I mean, what was interesting about it to me is like whenever they talked about implementing the continuity of the entire aspect of Final Fantasy into the remake, they did reference shit that was in Before Crisis. So like whenever you first see Heidegger and the President Shinra, and he's all like, "We're investigating whether or not these were the people who tried to assault you or took a whatever against your life." That directly responds to something that happened in Before Crisis Core, where you're doing a mission as the Turks and you're protecting the president in Junon from Avalanche members. So I thought that was pretty cool. So they're bringing like all aspects of the compilation into the remake. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, like I said, it took me like, I don't know, like a couple hours to fucking play through it and beat it. It's not a long game at all. But yeah, dude did pretty good. I mean, the entire game's in there, so that's all I cared about. The dialogue, really. So that way because I'd already read what happened in the game and watched somebody like record themselves playing it on their fucking phone, so I knew what happened. But there's that, and then playing it is a different fucking scenario. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So now I can rest easy being like, I've fucking done everything Final Fantasy VII related. I've read the books. I've done all that shit. So, which I'm super excited about. Saturday? No, Tuesday. Tuesday, I get my final piece to my Zelda books. It's the Encyclopedia is the one that I'm missing. I have the Historia, and I have the artwork and artifacts. I don't have the Encyclopedia. And I think
I have the Historia.
I just got the last Ultimania, so I have all 3 of the Ultimania artifacts, or archives, Ultimania archives, the ones that were actually redone. They're nowhere near as big as the Ultimanias, but redone, and they have like the highlights from each game's Ultimania in English, because the original Ultimanias are just fucking Japanese, and I can't read that, so. I still want to buy them, at least the Final Fantasy VII related ones. I still want to buy those, but they're like fucking $120 a pop. They're fucking, they're like phone books, dude. They're fucking huge. Yeah. Fucking huge. Like, I literally had to read, I read one, and then there was another one where I just listened to it, but the translation, so that way I can know, because there's shit they talk about in there that helps you understand what actually happened in the original. Like, for instance, one of the biggest questions that I always had was, why did Tifa not suffer from Mako poisoning whenever her and Cloud fell into the live stream and then came back out? because she didn't suffer any consequences from that. And in the Ultimania, it talks about the fact how Aerith was dead at that point, but she was still in the live stream. So she used her magic to keep Tifa and Cloud protected from being able to get poisoned by the Mako while they were in the live stream. And whenever they first go into the live stream, there's that whole black screen where Tifa's talking and she's trying to find Cloud, and then people are hurling insults at her. At first it's being nice to her, and then starts hurling insults at her. That's also Aerith, because she's trying to push Tifa towards Cloud to help her find him. So she's saying insults one way to make her run the other way, and then she ends up running into Cloud, and that's when they go into his mind and help fix his fucking fractured mind and help him figure out that obviously he is Cloud and not just a fucking clone, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and that was never explained in the game. Never explained in the game, but it's in the Ultimania. Yep. Never fucking knew it until I was like, holy shit, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense for the game. So it doesn't make logical sense outside the game, but it makes sense for the game. So yeah. So, and it's cool. There's even in the English one that I have, there's fucking characters that never made it into the game, like enemies and shit that they had created that never made it into the game. So it's kind of cool to see that kind of stuff. But other than that, and like the original concepts of all the characters and stuff like that, what they looked like, but I already knew most of that, like what the Buster Blade originally looked like, which I'm so glad they got rid of the fucking keychain on the handle of the Buster Blade. I'm like, it's not Kingdom Hearts, goddammit. All right, fuck. I love him, but fuck, man, Kingdom Hearts is its own game. Let's get Kingdom Hearts be Kingdom Hearts.
This would have been that's proto Kingdom Hearts, right? That's the idea he had, and he's like, well, not for this, but keychain. Let me keep that in my mind.
and then we got the Keyblade, dude. We got the fucking Keyblade. Oh man, it's a good series either way. I will be excited if Sora actually does make it into Smash Bros.
That'd be all right, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't play
him,
but cool. Because it's not Square Enix character, so
complicated stuff, right? Like you gotta deal with Disney then. Which could be,
Do they not have anything Disney related in there now? No. Well, how much of Disney do they have to deal with? Because Sora technically isn't a Disney character.
Disney owns Sora.
Do they?
Yes, Disney has ownership of, or at least split ownership. But they own Sora. Yeah.
Really?
Anytime they want to use Sora for, they put him sort of in World of Final Fantasy as a DLC little cameo thing, but they can't really use him freely. Square.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought Sora was the only thing besides obviously Cloud, and because they don't have any rights to Cloud. I know that.
No. Disney just owns, I think, any Kingdom Hearts original character.
Okay, original character.
I believe they have.
I'm about to say, because fucking Cloud. I even think Tifa at one point. I know Aerith and Sephiroth were in fucking there. Not to mention other fucking Final Fantasy.
There's a ton,
There's a ton of Final Fantasy characters that show up. Yeah, Waka and all of them. Yeah, a fucking ton of them show up in there.
Yeah, that's right. Waka's there. Yeah. So Square owns all them still, but Sora is Disney gets rights there.
Oh. I know something I wanted to fucking to say to you. Did you ever watch Seven Deadly Sins? I know you like anime. Did you ever get into Seven Deadly Sins? Netflix?
No. I don't know.
Damn it. No. I was watching. I was showing my girlfriend the cutscenes because she's been wanting to get deeper into Final Fantasy VII since I love it so much and learn the story and the lore. So we've been watching cutscenes from Crisis Core and stuff like that. And she obviously watched me play through the entire remake, and she wants to watch me play through the original. And I was showing her the cutscenes to Dissidia NT, and as I was listening to it, sure. I started to notice the voice actors in there from different animes that they're in. So I am
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I am 100% sure. Oh, god damn it! Now I can't think of who it was. It's not Noctis. Fuck, who was it? There's somebody in there. I'll have to watch it again. There's somebody in there that sounds, and I'm almost 100% sure that it's Kirito.
You mean characters?
Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure it's Kirito's English actor from SAO. 100% sure. But the guy that plays Seven Deadly Sins, Captain Meliodas, in the anime, Meliodas is this short little blonde guy, this midget blonde guy, but he's the fucking badass of the fucking show. Same guy voices Zidane in fucking NT. Another short fucking blonde guy. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. I was like, I swear to God, that's Meliodas. And it was. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. But I can't remember who it is, but there's somebody in there, and I'm almost 100% sure it's fucking Kirito's voice actor. The English voice actor.
Give me a minute, and I'm scrolling back through this dude's credits. Figure it out. He's Silver the Hedgehog in the Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Maybe it was Vaughn.
Persona 3. Oh, he's 10. No, when did Final Fantasy come out? Oh, Zidane. He does. Yeah, Kirito is Zidane.
Is he? This got to be the same dude that does Meliodas then, in fucking Seven Deadly Sins.
Yes, I believe that is. I saw that when I scrolled by too. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, it's the same guy. So he definitely voices. So it's only Zidane. Damn, I could have swore to God I heard his voice was someone else. Okay. Well, maybe it was Zidane at first, and maybe I just was like, it sounds more like Meliodas.
He's all three of those dudes.
Damn, that's nuts, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, I called it. Sweet.
I mean, anime people get around.
Dude,
this guy has
bro.
260 acting credits. He is 34 years old. Like, he works.
That's a fucking profile right there. Jesus Christ. For 34.
Like a bunch of it, he was additional voices in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, it's not all
big
deal stuff.
Right.
But
like fucking Shinra soldiers in the background and stuff like that. Yeah.
He has a bunch of legit main character type credits. Yeah.
No shit. That's a fucking profile for sure. But yeah, we were sitting there watching that, and I was like, dude, that fucking sounds like Meliodas. And I was like, that's just funny. He went from playing a short blonde guy to another short blonde guy. And they're both kind of womanizers too. Meliodas and fucking Zidane. Oh, that's funny. That's great. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it here. Before we wrap, once again, like I said, 100th podcast. We're super fucking happy to be here. All the fucking support. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Obviously, if you're always looking for new ways to support us, the Dead Funny store is now out. It will be linked in every single video moving forward. The first link on there, so you can check it out. We've got shirts. We've got sweatshirts. We've got leggings. We're already looking at throwing on some new items on there too, which I'm not going to talk about. We got a couple new items that we're talking about throwing on there. If we do, basically, I'll just do update videos where I show off what they are, so that way you know. But other than that, like I said, the contest, once again, the joke was Diddlers Don't Care, made by Brandon, talking to Dylan, and it was on a podcast. You got to get the podcast number, title, and when the joke was said. I need timestamps in order for you to qualify. So once again, Dead Funny members, as JoJo tried to point out, are not able to win the prize. So you don't have to worry about that. It is going to a community member. But yeah, make sure you throw it in the comment section below. I will only be looking for that answer on this podcast, not another video, on this podcast. As far as the Smash Bros tournament stuff, that can be put on any video. If I see it, like I said, I'll get you a link, and we'll get as many people who want to come play. And like I said, if we can do that once a month, that'd be awesome. I'm definitely down to get a Smash Bros community tournament going on, because Tony loves fucking setting that shit up, and he'll take care of all that. I don't have to worry about the headache. I just got to show up and Omni slash some ass. Exactly, 100%. So other than that, if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Also turn on notifications, that way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on some of the topics that we talked about. We kind of went all over the place, which is, that's good content. But hit us in the links below if you want a more direct form of communication. We got the Twitters down there. If you want to come through and watch us play some video games, for sure, all three of us are down there streaming. You got me, you got JoJo, you got James. Ours down there. Make sure you go by, show some love, some follows. That definitely helps out with support as well whenever we're trying to do our own solo things. So make sure you show some love down there as well. But at the end of all this, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time.